Hello Surbi, Rahul and Sachin. Uh, Please tell me how I'm communicating on the article based on water crisis. Today I've read in the Hindu about what is the problem that is going on these days regarding water, what is the reason behind it, and what are the ultimate solution to these shortcoming. So now I start with the article. We know that in the June month there is 37% short of the rainfall has occurred, and so in other word monsoon delay has come into picture, due to which people are facing problem, because we know we Indians rely on the water that comes from ice and of course from rain. So since the monsoon is delaying day by day, we are facing the problem, and the state like Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra are example of it. Recently the article has been published regarding Tamil Nadu, that in Tamil Nadu a place that is Chennai is facing a water crisis, and the Tamil Nadu government talked to the Kerala government for supply of water through railway and nearby areas of the Tamil Nadu where the adequate water is there. That area will also supply the water to the Chennai. In the same way, Maharashtra is also facing problem, but since nowadays heavy rain is reducing that problem to the maximum extent. So after reading the article, the reason for this shortage of water in the areas of Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra, or in overall India, is that monsoon delay is one reason. Another is shortage of shortage of water in the ground level, in the surface level, due to urbanization like activity, due to industrialization like activity, due to exploitation of forest, and due to water pollution. People are not using in a clever way. They are not using water in a clever way, they are wasting it, is another reason. And so these are the reason, and one important reason which I think is the subsoil water recharging capacity is not efficient. What I mean to say is that the area where the subsoil having the capacity to restore the water is good, if it has the capacity to restore the water is good, then that water will immediately go to the river after the end of the monsoon. In other word, for example, the area, for example, area under the land where the subsoil is present, and water is stored in it during the monsoons. So that subsoil has a very good characteristic to restore it for a longer duration of time, so that it can be used after the monsoon. And how it can be used? These water immediately flow to the rivers. So these are, I think, the reason, and these are the ultimate reasons through which we can understand where the actual problem is. Another reason which I think is the rainwater harvesting, rooftop rainwater harvesting. In India, Tamil Nadu is the first state which has developed the rooftop rainwater harvesting in almost every area. But then again, nowadays the infrastructure regarding this, the ultimate the picture that is required for the rainwater harvesting over there is very poor, due to which the rainwater, while it is while there is the period of rainwater, people are facing shortage because they are not able to store that rainwater through the rooftop rainwater harvesting system. So these are the reasons, and the solution is the rainwater. First is the rooftop rainwater harvesting system. Second is the subsoil water storage capacity, which I've already discussed. And the third reason and the third solution, which I think is to restrain the green revolution like technique in a balanced way, so that the aim of extracting maximum crop from the land is also maintained, and also at the same time the aim of extracting the water from the underground level is also maintained. But the picture nowadays is opposite, and that is the water is exploited in a very mean way. That is, example is in Maharashtra, where 20% of the sugarcane production comes from 80% usage of the groundwater. This is one of the example of the green revolution, through which people are no doubt gaining more and more production from the land, but at the same time they are exploiting the groundwater table. So this should not happen. It should be happen in a balanced way. And the water requirement for the sugarcane is for irrigation purpose. So instead of using these type of irrigation, a practice of sprinkler like irrigation should be come into place with the passage of time, so that less water is required for the for the health of the crop. Another solution can be this one, the dam. We know that dam store the water for irrigation, and it store water for irrigation as well as for electricity generation. So the problem with the dam is that it cannot deliver water to the larger distance. One shortage is this. Now evaporation loss is also very high in the dam water. And the subsoil, which I've already discussed, evaporation loss is nil. In the dam, evaporation loss is very much, due to which water get lost even when it is not in use. So at the end of the day, the solution should be in such a way to store the water in the groundwater table, to store the water in the surface water table, to store the water in the aquifer, to store the water in the subsoil area, to store the water in the river, etc. That will lead to the sustainable presence of water. That's it. Please comment how my communication regarding this article is all about. Thanks a lot.